Welcome back to K&L Farms. I'm Ken. I hope this video finds you well. We got a notification that next week we're going to get some snow, so I'm going to take this truck down and get the snowplow on it. I thought that was appropriate. Then bring it back up, park it, and be ready to go for the snow next week. I'll link the plow and the tool I used actually in the description if you want to go take a look at it. And the reason I purchased that plow, it was the cheapest one I could find. That was delivered directly to the house, took all the worry out. I didn't have to go get it. Now the hitch on the truck will not be linked because the hitch is specific to the brand or make and model of the truck, so you got to go find which hitch you want to put on. And I just mounted it to the front. It's actually a rear hitch that I mounted to the front. I couldn't find a front hitch. I just used a back hitch, put it underneath there, made sure the frame rails were the same. They're the same in the front, and of course is the back, but if you get the correct make and model, and then just bolted it on there. Now I had a video up, and the next part of this video is going to be you being introduced to the dog I was talking about. And I talked about the dog. It was something around the lines, if I got this dog with me, she knows within 100 yards or so of me, she's got an attitude and she's not afraid to show it to you. Now she's a rescue dog, and as long as she recognizes you, she's okay. Her name's Tilly, but if she doesn't recognize you, you got a whole bunch of concern coming, because she gets an attitude real quick, and I'll give you a story around that. So I was outside. Tilly was in the house with my wife. My wife was in the kitchen doing something. Tilly was pretty close to her. I mean, my wife commuting back and forth. There's a throw rug there. She fell asleep. I came in and woke her up. And boy, I thought she was going to take a bite out of crime, and I had to holler at her just so she'd recognize me. But that's Tilly. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. She was a rescue dog out of somewhere in the Midwest, and when my daughter, my youngest daughter, found a photograph of her, she had been left next to the highway, and so they sent pictures out for people that take rescue animals, and I was wondering, well, she's in the Midwest, are we going to drive down and get it? They said no, that for some money they put her on an airplane and freighted her to us, and as just a little puppy. Now she's got significant bigger now. But see, she doesn't cause any threat unless she doesn't know you. Okay, I'll move the truck down here in just a minute, and I'll get that snowplow put on.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that.
Okay, got the truck down here. Was raining pretty hard. Still raining pretty good. I had to put Tilly in the back of the house. I didn't want her running around and getting cold outside. I'll give you a couple pro tips on the plow. The plow that I have is there, generally when it comes new, there's a marker right here, and there's a marker on the other side. They break off almost instantly, and so you get to just going to, well, just forget about them, because every year you got to replace them. The other thing is this one comes with a wireless remote you have in the cab. Push your snow when it's down low, pick it up in the air, back away, go about doing your business. The one thing you got to watch is the elevation, so you get in a hurry when you go to pick it up. If you pick it up too far, the blade comes in contact with the winch and it breaks the strap off. The other pro tip is, when I did it the first time I ever did it, was I plow about 1,300 to 1,400 feet of snow off the driveway, and you got to have exit patterns, so you can't just start at the house and just push the snow all the way that 1,500 feet, because you get too much pile and the truck gets backed up and bogged down. So you have places that you actually push off. So you kind of, it only takes 1 or 2 years to figure it out, but you kind of push off snow in different areas. This is one of them. So the first year I pushed off about, let's say about 20 feet. Thought that was good enough because the snow was off the road, went back, and every one of the push off or the exits I had built, I pushed off about 20 feet. You get about 4 feet of snow, it freezes up, and you have to live with that pile of snow for the rest of the winter. My advice and what I do now is I push as far as I can physically start pushing, so that every exit has the snow 75 feet, because depending on the amount of snow you get, that's going to back up. So the first time you have snow and you move snow, you're going to have 75 feet, you're going to have 4 feet high, 5 feet high, back up. The next time you push snow, it decreases the amount of your exit so you can push snow. And then if you get all the way backed up where you can't push snow anymore, then you got to go to the tractor with an end loader and pick up the snow and get it out of the way. Now remember, all that snow is just one big ice ball. So anyway, those are the 2 tips I had for you. The other thing is, I mentioned earlier in the video, this is the hitch. I think you can see it on the camera. It's got the wire harness on it. And the first time you do it, it's kind of difficult, but once you do it, it's okay. But this hitch is specific for the brand and the make and model of this truck. Just get a receiver that fits in that. These 2 arms kind of flip down, and they're supposed to hit this bottom of this frame, and you don't want to tear off your front license plate. But let's try and get that going, and then I'll see if it goes up and down. And this is a lot easier with 2 people, but that's okay. Now if you got a flat ground or concrete, take this caster, spin this caster down, and you can roll this back and forth if you're actually on a slab of concrete. But I'm not, so this is how I do it. Then remember, tight deal. Pull the pin, lift the kickstand up. I kind of try and lift it as high as I can get it to put a pin in it. Like that. Dig around, get this connection. And click it in there pretty good. And then see if it'll lift it up. Okay, that's how you do it.